Hello everyone, for today's video I'm bringing you my Super Saiyan Genesis preset. Now this isn't the first time I've mentioned Super Saiyan Genesis, maybe the first time I've mentioned it verbally, but back on the Let's Play channel, well what's now known as the Let's Play channel, I did a video back in Xenoverse 1. It was a mod video. I'm not going to mention what it is in this video because I'll leave it in the description because I think you guys really enjoy it. But what Super Saiyan Genesis is basically a fan hybrid form of what, well maybe a hybrid form, but it was what I forgot who the guy who did it, but he did this amazing piece of fan art. It's my favourite piece of art that someone's done for Dragon Ball. It's basically a hybrid form between Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4, and it was done, I believe, after they announced that Super Saiyan God was a thing, but it didn't reveal what it was. So here, he goes for Spirit Sword, I perfect block it, which is very nice, and then I go for my own Spirit Sword that broke his God, and now he's just spamming Step Vanish, so I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, I've got a ton of health and stamina, but I've got no key, and given I'm in Super Saiyan 3, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna suck for it to regenerate, but his stamina has recovered. He's used almost half of it, so I was kind of laughing at this point. Like, this was recorded on a Sunday when the Freezer Siege event was on, so, I mean, it may just be my own personal experience, but whenever that event is on, it either makes the fights extremely laggy or more laggy than they need to be, or people just don't join, so, you know. Great. It took me quite a long time to get these fights recorded, which is awesome. You have the Super Dragon Fist there. I actually forgot Vegito ran that, which is interesting. I perfectly got the final hit because it has a very specific, in my opinion, like a pulse, you know, for when you can perfectly block it. So, perfect block it there. He had no stamina, so that broke his guard. Yeah, I'm just unleashing on him there. I went for the critical uppercut. Real quick for my moves there. Super Saiyan as my transformation. Hyper movement as my evasive. I'm sure those two aren't really that much of a surprise. Spirit Sword as my, well, Spirit Sword and Final Kamehameha as my two ultimates. Mostly Spirit Sword because it was what I used in Xenoverse 1, and, well, Spirit Sword and Super Kamehameha and Spirit Ball on my, you know, cheap build, or whatever I called it back then, like the Super Saiyan God or whatever. 4 supers, critical uppercut, after image, rebellion speed, and meteor crash. So it's pretty much a strike build, let's be fair. The QQ bang I'm using gives me plus max points in Ki, stamina, and Ki blast super, no, and strike supers, sorry, and minus points in health, basic attack, and Ki blast supers. I mean, yes, the only super, well, the only key attack I have on this moveset is Final Kamehameha, and I figured, well, if I'm going to use a QQ bang, it gives me plus points in Ki. I just don't see, I just don't think it's worth it just for one attack, given that, well, Final Kamehameha is rather strong anyway. So I do defeat him. Next guy is running a male margin, and I think the rest of these fights will be with limitations on, because again, no one was joining, like a mix between both rank and player matches. So definitely not throwing any shade at this guy, but I just don't think this guy knew how to play as a margin, or at least a male margin, because as you guys may or may not know, I don't know, but just in case you don't know, with a male margin, the trick is to use as little stamina as possible, or, you know, be able to recover stamina as fast as possible if you use it, like using what, Rise Action, or maybe the Charge Key Wave, well maybe not the latter, but definitely Rise Action, because the less stamina a male margin has, the more damage that they will receive. So right now I broke his guard, and I'm going to do the insane amount of damage on him. Well, okay, I thought I was going to, but now I went for Super Saiyan 3. But yeah, he goes for his purification form here, which does drain your stamina, but given that he just got a stamina reset, I mean yes, it was a painful one, but given that he did get one, I guess it's fair enough. He goes for Supervision Ball there, break his guard, I got for Spirit Sword. I don't think that's going to defeat him. No, it doesn't. Very close, but once again, with a male margin, the less stamina you have, the more health that you will lose from just normal attacks. So that's why, you know, you should probably try and bait your, well, you should either try and bait your opponent into vanishing, or expect that they're probably not going to vanish, so that way you can do more basic combos on them and, you know, not settle for the backage or anything. So the next guy picks Zamasu. It's in the Mechian. Okay, yeah, play match again. So again, in play matches, regardless if they're ranked or well, sorry, with limitations on, regardless if they're ranked or a plan match, everyone, myself included, is set to level 50, so just keep that in mind. I think that's the reason why I don't scan this guy's moveset, because, you know, Zamasu has one preset like his normal, well, his space form, I guess, whatever, level 50, so he's got instant severance, instant rise, yeah, but he gets the stamina reads, well, I say he gets the stamina reads there, his stamina's recovered after I broke it. So yeah, I think he might go for instant severance, and I think I might perfect block it, which I've never done before. I know, there I'll go for the basic sledgehammer, yeah, just by jumping and clicking square or triangle or both if you want. What if after image there, I think I meant to go for critical uppercut, I'm not too sure, but I know I didn't mean to go for it. Go for after image rather. So there I perfect blocked the first hit of instant severance, and yeah, I sent that semi-final away, and he went for another one here. I'm in Super Saiyan 3. I did hit him with the final Kamehameha. He did use his evasive later on, but I don't know why he waited that long, because he had like, I think when I started, well, you know, when I was in the startup animation for final Kamehameha, I think he had at least 4 bars of stamina. He definitely had 3, so he could have used, you know, his evasive whenever. This guy, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, again, play match or rank match. I think this is a rank battle, but it's with limitations on, so we're both set to level 50. I've mentioned this before as well, but there's like those type of players who keep trying to use a certain attack and they keep failing. And in my opinion, for them at least, it just makes them using that attack look dumb when actually, well, not dumb, but it just like takes away the impact. Because this guy does keep going for quite a few savage strikes. That's the second one he went for there, but went for Super Saiyan 3, so I just tanked that with my stamina. I think I might go for it again in a moment. I go for the back of there, I don't know why. Like, he wasn't going to vanish. It was impossible for him to vanish because he just didn't have enough stamina to do so. So I don't know why I went for the back of there. I go for Spoot Sword. He goes for Spoot Stab. He goes for a second one there. So I go for a critical upcut, thinking he may try and rush into me. So I like that little effect. Kind of looks like a mini tornado. Here he goes for Meteor Crash. I mean, why not? I almost break his guard. After he went for the stamina break, I blocked it and he went for his own. I mean, I do have low stamina now, so maybe he will try and go for one. I've got no key as well, because again, I'm in Super Saiyan 3, and that rhymed. I broke his guard and he just fell to the ground, so that sucks for me. But he does go for a Spoot Sword, which I mean, fair enough, you know, you've got your stamina broken, why not? You don't have pressures on Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, or it's on the first preset. I don't know if I've had more in later on, or in Xenoverse 3, or whatever, I don't know. So I did go for the Rebellion Spear a little bit ago. He can go for almost 3 savage strikes. He goes for the heavy key blast there. Kind of, well, I did see it coming because I remember seeing him charge up, like the charge up effect happening. So I set up for Rebellion Spear. I was thinking as he was happening that I may have been a bit too late, and he would have hit me anyway, but no. So I do defeat that guy. Oh, this is a fun fight, and by fun I mean it sucked because it's just laggy. I think this guy had a 3-bar connection as well. So if you guys join and you've got like a 3-bar connection and I kick you, this is why, because stuff like this can happen. So yeah, again, keep in mind that the Freezer Sage event was on, or Siege, whatever. That event was on, so maybe that had some sort of role in it, I don't know. Probably, even being completely honest, so yeah. I do believe this was a rank battle though, again, with limitations on, so both sets level 50. Goes for a Super Kamehameha there. Yeah, I almost flew into it, but thankfully I didn't. Tried to go for the, well, I tried to get a perfect block there. As he went for the back hit, didn't really work. I did get a perfect block off, but I don't think it was because of the back hit. So we're going to clash here. I got the Super Saiyan 3. I mean, we're almost a minute in, and neither of us has taken that much health off of the other person, which is rather interesting. Yeah, here he goes for times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. There, I broke his guard. Like, that definitely broke his guard. And, I mean, he did break it later on because there's, like, lag and stuff. So I did go for hyper movement, and I just realised this isn't with limitations on. I'm sorry. It's without limitations, so I do apologise there. I just realised because I've got a ton of ki. So here goes for a Super Kamehameha, and again, like a little bit ago, just to say how laggy this fight was, at least for that part, I went for my final Kamehameha. He was on the ground, he couldn't move, but only about maybe less than a quarter of the attack hit him. So I did decide, well, it could get even more laggy, so I did decide just to, you know, completely pull him away there. Damn, that in my opinion, it just shouldn't have been that laggy. I mean, why was it that laggy? I don't know. But regardless, going to the final fight for this video. Like, how many fights have we had? Like 5, 6, I think, I don't know. This is with limitations off, so we're both set to level, you know, levels with I think that goes level 85. I think I just saw. I'm level 99, of course. Yeah, I mean, I do love this outfit. It looks very basic, I think, but with like a tiny bit of Saiyan technology, like the boots, maybe, I don't know. Do let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think of this outfit. Maybe vanished there because I went for Meteor Crash. Like, I was kind of expecting to vanish when you had 2 bars of stamina. Like, it's something that people tend to do. Break his guard there, and yeah, this fight's pretty much over at this point. It really is. I think I might go for a. Oh yeah, I think I'll go for a swing kick in a moment. Do I? I can't remember. Oh no. Okay, so I got Super Saiyan 3 here. I believe he goes for his ultimate there. I forgot which one he went for. Oh no, he went for Divine Lasso. Sorry. Because I went for Spirit Sword, it continued, and because I wasn't Spirit Sword, and I guess he had maybe priority. When he finished with his Divine Lasso and like he failed, my Spirit Sword continued, and I have to admit, that was a very nice ending. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully next time I record, the Freezer event won't be on and it'll be finished. And with that being said, thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you next time.